Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. And for you new folks, welcome. I am your host, Mortanius, and we are back with actually a new Let's Play. Control on the PS5. Started to play a little bit of this when it first dropped on the Xbox One. We didn't really get too far, and it's been quite a few years since then, hasn't it? So if you folks like what you see and want to see more of me, just give me a like, follow, subscribe here on YouTube or both. Drop a comment, check out some of the other playlists, share around some of the other playlists, bang the bell. Follow the links from Twitch to get to my YouTube, follow the links from my YouTube to get to my Twitch. And wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, and get comfortable. Let's get into this. Time recording is 12:06 a.m. Tuesday, March 18th, 2025. Now, from what I do remember is that and it's pretty early on that it's kind of described. It might actually be described immediately. This game is connected to quite a few universes. I don't even know if I should be bothering with settings in here, but I figure I'll let you folks see them, if nothing else. Again, as I said, this is a PS5. I don't know if copyrighted music is gonna matter, so I'll leave it alone and we'll see. The game's been out for a bit, but I've heard of people catching copyright issues from games that have been out for decades, so yeah. Definitely need those large subtitles for us distance challenge folks. Oh yeah. I actually like seeing those in game. It's actually a good overall function for people. Sometimes they'll translate them like outright and just to let you see it in a different format, but it'll say the exact same thing. Sometimes it'll outright translate it from different languages, period, to your system or main language. Alright. I don't have a previous save.
Fair warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual.
Yeah.
Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here? Hello? Anyone here?
Move with left stick and adjust camera with right stick. So for you folks who may be wondering in terms of why she sounds potentially familiar and maybe even looks familiar, her name is Courtney Hope. She does this character obviously, but she's done quite a few productions. She was also in Quantum Break as Beth Wilder. I don't know why I was drawing a blank with that one. Had the name in my head before I started. Yeah, there will be a lot of interesting questions that will be asked during this game. All will confuse, and that is the point. The room is not the world. No, it is not. I always did love when games incorporated a zoom system and out of like potential combat or whatever. And of course you have your shoulder switch. Some of these controls are coming back to me. Federal Bureau of Control. See now me, what was that? What? Okay. See now me. Okay, standard metal detector rules. Whenever I play a game, I'm always suspicious of metal detectors. And I don't know why, but I am, so there it is. What can I say? I don't like to be detected. Okay. Federal Bureau of Control. Certain objects are not allowed. Reminder, certain objects are not allowed inside the Bureau. Recent incidents have necessitated an issued reminder on prohibited materials. Unauthorized weapons, pagers, laptops, smartwatches, smartphones, smart gaming devices, anything smart. Number two pencils. Hilarious. Any objects considered iconic representations of an archetypal concept, i.e. rubber ducks, or AEG rather, rubber ducks, ketchup bottles. All materials on the Bureau investigation is to be brought in through the private entrances. If you see any lobby personnel in breach of these policies, please notify your supervisor immediately. Okay, I'm going to need to move my mic out of the screen's way. There we go. What was that button? Could swear there was also a button. But maybe not. So yeah. I don't want anything smart in here at all. Tends to bring about confusion. No idea as to why, but we'll figure that out. Okay, I guess you just telekinesis doors open. Well, nice to meet you, Miss Faden. Yep.
This seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
You gotta get used to selecting stuff with square. Alright. Executive expenditure summary. Executive sector, Q2. Major staffing surveillance redacted. Data center initiative construction redacted. Minor Office equipment, janitorial costs, redacted, mold removal, HQ livability costs. For a cost breakdown spreadsheet, see page 5. For 5-year comparison chart, see page 9. The old school mail chute system. I may have to brighten this up for YouTube. I'm not exactly sure, to be honest. Huh, that was a weird sound. Click left stick to sprint. Head of Research, Dr. Casper Darling. Our Bureau at Work. Okay. I can respect it. Respect every individual on every rung. You don't blow smoke, but you do respect. Director Zachariah Trench. I guess she has a problem with touching doors. No way to check your toilet, sir. Oh, my ankles. Girl, how much do you weigh? There that is again. She just juts that arm out. Okay. Internal lockdown in effect. Building lockdown in effect. Multiple containment breaches detected. Multiple building shifts detected. Okay. Head of Research Override. HRA protocol activated. Okay. Oh, that was a surveillance camera. I was thinking I might have been hearing the camera, but I wasn't sure. I'm like, wait a minute now.
Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them, and they were hiding in plain sight.
It's usually how it is. You go looking for hiding spots instead of running across the street and seeing if your neighbors have any ideas. And of course, why would you? If you consider something to be a problem, you don't exactly want to make other people have to deal with your problem. At least I wouldn't, but at the same time, there may be no real choice but to seek outside information and assistance. Federal Bureau of Control, attention all redacted. Super redacted. A sharkin is redacted. Although secure redacted. Permission to redacted. Following basic protocol redacted. Shoot to kill redacted. Good luck. I don't know why you didn't redact that last part. That might be too much information right there. Good luck. Wait a minute now. It's kind of much. I'm sure somebody can zoom in on those further and actually blow them up and make them legible. Sound like somebody getting the jam on. Federal Bureau of Control. Hello. As you all should know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting on them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request for form R4.E from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filing an R4, then you'll need to get written permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under Section 75.2 of the Employees Manual. If your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department head, Dr. Darling, Ms. Marshall, Mr. Salvadori, or Mr. Salvador, or Mr. Kirkland. Why did I expect another doctor? Don't know. As needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule accordingly. Best, your admin team.
Hello? Hey, excuse me.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, then you are no helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
That or the sage of holy wisdom. Never could figure him out. Never could figure him out. But I swear you listen to it. Sounds like he read your mind and chose to answer you. So the wall opened up and revealed a hidden elevator. Understood.
The cell and the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
Now, should we pull the poster or should we just have a peek? It may be best that that poster's in the way. It's hard not to like intros like this. Mysterious as hell, confusing, and that is the whole point. I'm here for every second. So, any of that makes sense to anybody? Me too.
Did I lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
Didn't want to move until I was ready. Oldest house,
Discovered August 4th, 1964.
And it just stands there. Menacing, just looking menacingly. Oh, isn't that pretty territory? The area probably doesn't exist anymore. It's probably industrialized, unfortunately. Wait.
So where's the second person? Or is that just a separate set of photos? Cause
unless whoever it is just sort of slumped over that horse and it's a little hard to notice.
We're starting from the top.
Is that what we're doing? Okay. Reminder, drafting any public-facing material. While penning any notifications of death related to the Willow AWE, please adhere to the following guidelines. Words, phrases to use. In the service of his/her country, regret, pride, and proud, pride will be remembered. Words, phrases to avoid. Alaska, scissors, blood, bleed, loss, apologies, sorry. Well, blood, scissors, Alaska. Alright. I wonder what happened there.
the economy, the retirement issue. Same warnings.
Ugh.
Barbara, I'm not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day for the rest of the week. I can't trust them, Barbara.
Not a single one. Trench.
So wait, you know.
Sounds pretty silent in there.
Shit. Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really?
But I'm supposed to be here for my 9:45 interview. They're gonna think I did
outside.
this.
Was coming here a mistake?
We are broadcasting from the pyramid other. Only the director can wield. The gun, sword intentionally left blank. Your application will be
And there
processed.
goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner, and you're it.
I have to catch that at yet another point. You must be chosen. You must choose to be the chosen.
Place?
Oh Jesus.
Where am I?
Okay.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner, and you're it. Lose, and you're, well, fired. Thank you. I'm Dr. Darling, Head of Research, Federal Bureau of Control.
Oh, that's all you got to say, huh? Well, I don't know if I won, because I'm still here. I think I can refer back to that later. We'll have to see. Follow the board's instructions to complete the astral plane challenge. Well now. Bubblegum. What was it? All, none of the above. These are the concepts, tattoos we see in your mind. The service weapon. It has many forms, like the house, prison you occupy. Bubblegum? You're thinking about bubblegum right now? I don't know, maybe it calms you? Yeah, we would need our calming mechanisms, wouldn't we? X to jump, as we've seen me do multiple times already. While moving toward the ledge, press X to climb. Triangle to melee. You ain't bad. You ain't nothing. Love that. Look at the ground. First, that material is just ethereal. It's impressive. Secondly, I always found the particle effects in this and Quantum Break to be legitimately amazing.
The same gun.
Is that what that is? Choose to be chosen. Obtain the service weapon.
Okay, now I have a gun.
Health bar at the bottom left. R2 to fire the gun. Yes, those directions were chosen. Give it a bit. It reloads on its own. You have infinite ammo, but not an infinite clip. Or infinite magazine, rather. Left trigger L2 to aim. Thinking about my Xbox. Oh. Destroy the copies, targets. Earn something. Bonus points, I guess. L2 to aim, as was already stated. Service weapon regenerates ammunition automatically when not in use. Excuse me. Don't need to up the sensitivity with this. That and I need to be playing more shooters. Hey, I don't need all that. Damn. Talk about some bitch slap from the other dimension. And just so we're aware, these are health. Enemies drop health elements when damaged. Collect health elements to restore health. Naturally. Don't know if leaving heals me or if I still needed just a little topping off. You, we wield the gun, you. The board appoints you. Congratulations, Director.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here.
Well, you found a place and
Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
Found a place and took no time fitting right into happiness about it. Like, oh my god, I'm using some sort of interdimensional gun and apparently shooting things. Yas, let's go. This is the instability in my life I've been needing. I quit. I quit. I quit. Yes, you can get the drop on them. Yes, we shall. I guess we won't be.
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You... Oh, thank you. That was... horror.
Needless to say, this is not the game for LSD children. Okay, now this is a little weird, I always found, but you get these notes based on your enemies, but they're written by a person you haven't met yet. And that's a photo of the director. So much is expected from the director. The responsibility, the privilege. Privilege. Sure. Field research on his entity, his corrupted security guards. So now we know that they're called the Hiss. Okay. The Bureau has many internal security personnel. The Hiss was quick to take advantage of this fact. Hiss guards used the standard issue bullpup rifles they carried prior to corruption, while the armored guards carried pump action shotguns. They have no observed paranatural abilities, with the exception that certain Hiss guards are protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Is this shielding a result of prolonged Hiss corruption? Does the Hiss nature and mature in organic hosts over time? More data is needed. Then the Hiss target individuals with combat training. Does the Hiss have that level of cognizance? Does it utilize hosts for tasks they are best suited to? Combat trained hosts are reserved for combat. These are all questions for later, though it is obvious the corrupted individuals retain knowledge on the use of their weapons. Refer to file redacted for report. Ah, the service weapon, OOP-1-KE. KE. Wonder if those letters mean anything. Not sure. No unique procedures required. Excuse me. The object's form is variable. When bound, the object allows pure utilitarians to use who redacted. This object must only be bound by individuals seeking the role of redacted. The object will determine whether redacted. If rejected, the applicant is terminated. The process is dictated by the redacted, though their criteria is unknown. Jesus. Background. The object was discovered inside the oldest house, in the room that is now used as the director's office. The popular hypothesis, redacted, many forms throughout history. Redacted. Mjolnir, Excalibur, Vira Nostra, all weapons that redacted in their wielders. Jesus, sorry about that. If objects of power are the convergence of forces based on the collective consciousness, the collective subconsciousness, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. If this is the case, redacted, see Dr. Darling presentation 11.1 for more details. If objects of power are forces based on the collective subconscious, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. Okay. Interesting. Enemies drop health elements, right? And that smoke. And as you see, they also drop collectibles on the side. They'll matter for later things. Undefined reading. You do not have a clearance level. So, can't do that. So, folks, tell me. What you think of me in the chair? Hello, Director Faden. Got some time on her. A little more grizzled. Tired of people's shit. Oh, look at that. Well done.
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guidance. Reach the hotline.
The hotline, says the dead man. Okay.
Says the dead man. Four horses, 4 people. We saw, 2 horses, 2 people. And then 2 horses, 1 person. Hard to say if any of that does or doesn't matter. Yeah. Yeah. There it is.
That's what was happening. I don't know. It feels like there's still some stickiness. Good. Oh, there is a delay. What is that? That might be a little high, but we'll see. Mm-hmm. Well then. Shelter. Max occupancy 6 persons. I need a bit. Need a bit of privacy. Not getting that with whoever that is in here. More collectibles. Undefined reading. Defined reading. From Marshall's eyes only. Marshall, we checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. Wasn't anything, just like the house fire before this and the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of the duds. We need to find a better way to sort the fake AWEs from the real ones, from the real things, or you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to the Sherman Ranch, next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there. Sincerely, Special Agent Keenum. People like that are weird. I want some excitement. Okay. You realize excitement is going to require problems and people dying, right? If you want excitement, take your ass to the movies. Let's work hard. His life is in your hands. Everyone's safety depends on you. Yes, everywhere you go kind of matters.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
Figure one, why not go into the menus to look at these so it's actually easier to listen to them without outside interference, and 2, the world doesn't need to be moving and all of that, so I don't have to worry about any potential NPCs or enemies or anything like that.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow...
No, we could just listen to them organically like that, hear them out in the world like you do now, and as I get further away, the sound dissipates naturally. Nothing wrong with that. I'll probably have some that I just listen to like that, but around here with all this chanting, no.
These simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power.
Actually,
2. Carry the
did they
altered
update that to where it doesn't have all of that chanting in there?
item or object of power to the nearest
look at that.
safe room. 3. Bureau staff to find you.
That was almost your ankles there, guy.
Reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions.
Good to know these prompts come up like a pretty distant or decent distance away, so you're less likely to miss stuff. Agenda items for the next executive meeting. Rising costs of AWE response, update on mold eradication efforts, upcoming annual salary review, new supplier of coffee filters to be found and vetted. Please come prepared. Thank you for your time. The director's watching you. Okay, so he came from there. No, he came from here right now. One out there to be fighting. There. Check that bathroom. Listen to that system. Can't find your office. Watch your step. Rangers from security department. Dinner reservations at 7 p.m. at Chez Ombre. Wife will meet you there. Don't be late. Flowers are ready for you at lobby reception. Remember, she is turning 46. Don't let mold hit your ride. Perform daily body checks for foreign plant matter. Indeed. Avoid modern technology. Synchronicity Research Department. Such a vibrant explosion of paper. Is that a stapler or an altered item? Don't take office equipment outside of the building. Okay. Wonder what made those holes. Probably me. Or them, since they do shoot as well.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy.
Now you know where we got the initial.
Babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Baby shark doo 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 doo. The amount of people who got stuck with those videos was hilarious to me. How to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. Start with the following. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and our people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, ask them these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York or just visiting? How did you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a secure federal office and that they'll need to leave. If their answers seem redacted, escort them to a private room. There, perform the gunner's psychological assessment. If their responses are within the acceptable range of deviance, see the provided scoring sheet, then redact it immediately. Remember, there's no such thing as too suspicious. Remember, if it looks like a duck and it sounds like a duck, odds are it's a duck. Delays caused by house shifts do not count toward overtime. That is not cool. Wash your hands. Your hands can spread the mold. Standard rules. The one who finishes the coffee makes a new pot. I couldn't do that. People would hate me. I'd make the pot too strong. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. We recognize certain information informed by our own redacted, and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can even be artificially redacted in popular culture using Redacted, our bureau-made anthology television program. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the details. Certain paranormal phenomena contain clear elements of populated folklore, AWEs that only recur on Redacted. A pair of scissors that consume human Redacted through 2 punctures on the Redacted. These details, living in the minds of so many, have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children, they are paranormal realities waiting to happen. Refer to file 4-93-6942 for full report. So basically, you think, therefore you create, especially if you have enough people or a strong enough mind or a strong enough desire. No idea why, but there it is. That is one other thing to mention. Well, I was gonna kill you and heal. You want to be careful firing your weapon. It will reload faster if you don't empty the magazine entirely. Which, I mean, you kind of expect. No. I didn't know if that was the music tripping or if that was the music doing what it was supposed to do. Everything seems to have still been collected, so I guess they just use it as a random. Wait a minute.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier.
Yeah, they collected everything. Cool.
The hiss burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy.
Okay, you just gonna volunteer us like this, huh?
It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Yep, because that kind of thing always went well. Oh. I hate that. I should have known better. Especially with him being the way he was. You know, I don't think I chose difficulty. I don't know if there is one. Yeah. I mean, I would have put it on hard, but I don't know if there is one.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babble's contagious. It burns in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over.
I didn't think they'd let me do that. Did he say yike? Yep. But you don't want to ring around the rosy situation?
Must cleanse control points. An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading.
Okay.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it.
Give me just a second, folks. Okay, sorry, Dad had to hop out of the game for a second.
Holy shit. You did it. We did it.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Interact with cleanse control points to fully restore health. On death, Jesse will restart at the last checkpoint
Are you still
utilized.
sane?
Place look at the
Please, talk
past
to me.
tense.
We saw you deal with the
Normal. Kind of.
compromised agents.
Okay. What, you don't want to use the words? What, is this the point where y'all shoot me if y'all get out of there because I shouldn't
Is
be
it
here?
safe to come out?
No, I happen to be one of those people who ended up in here for no weird particular reason. I wasn't even looking for the place. I just sort of ended up here, but there was no receptionist to ask me those questions.
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jessefaden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director.
Hmm?
Hold on. We're coming out.
Okay, y'all just know me like that. Of course you ain't lying. You said it yourself. I'm happy to be here.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this...
Hiss?
that works? Somehow the hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. the hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Whoa, a lot for you,
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah.
I found his body. And the gun.
I didn't do
Did I
it.
tell her it looked like a suicide?
The service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look,
You
Jesse,
can't even, huh?
I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already.
Me too.
She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together.
Okay. So because somebody
Okay.
greets you with a pretty
You with me?
face and
We did
a
it before.
sweet demeanor,
Push the hiss out.
apparently she ain't a problem? That's your logic? Alright. Summary. Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the oldest house. When appropriate, harmonization devices are arranged around a control point in the redacted arrangement, the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. These control points are discovered by redacted detection of an unobstructed ping using the redacted within a 37-foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctures or redacted or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. The common factor in these theories is that control points are susceptible to external influence, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house and work more confidently inside it. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain points of the building refuse to be redacted. Refer to file 7-25-2788 for full report. It doesn't entirely surprise me. A place like this needing balance. That's floating. That's floating. What the hell? I don't know how to feel about that. How many? Bro, what the fuck? And I didn't even see any of this coming in here. How is that? That might be a bunch of glitches. I don't know. But it may be that because you can stabilize sections of the old house, other sections require you to not be able to stabilize it, like maintaining some form of balance.
Conceptual reality behind this reality. You must want these waves to tread right away. After the small time for a pause. This cliche is death out of time, breaking the first, the second, the third, the fourth floor, the fifth floor, no floor, no floor.
Trying to see if I can catch the chanting, but really can't. If he's jiggling, you know it's working.
It didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
Jesse, over here. We need to make a plan, Jesse.
Oh, I kind of need a minute of a minute. I'm sure you just saw that. That was real uncomfortable.
I can't cleanse them. I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
Yeah, slow down, slow down, slow
I'm
down.
gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it.
Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench, the ghost, or whatever he is, he mentioned something called the hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to
Welcome to the oldest house. Complete the first mission.
ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions. The door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now.
Cool.
Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there.
Cool.
Good luck, Jesse. See you back here once you have the hotline.
Now
Thanks, Emily.
For reference, there is a town called Ordinary in the U.S. I don't know if it's the town she spoke of or if it was a video game town that she actually spoke of that doesn't really exist. But in terms of the actual town that exists, Ordinary is located in Gloucester County, Virginia, along U.S. Route 17, about 4.5 miles or 7.2 kilometers north of Gloucester Point. And so its original community name comes from the Ordinary, which was a term for public dining hall or tavern in colonial times. With a post office zip code of 23131. If anything, what should freak you out is less that the Hiss have come to destroy it, other than the potential problems it causes, and more the fact that all of this time, and you're just hyper gung-ho to just dive right in. Say, ooh, let me get a set of gloves and a badge. I'm not the director type, though. Yeah, I have a funny feeling you are. Setting aside the photos we've seen this entire time, whether you want to be or not, whether you like it or not, you're kind of at home here immediately, with no problems. So, I have a funny feeling you won't really take an issue with sitting in that chair. Not as much as you think you will.
The hotline should be in the communications department.
Cool. I have questions.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No, just inside.
Thank God, no.
The source is internal, then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily.
2/3 of it being shitty is based on people's choices. The other is based on the lack of what people are aware of, unfortunately. Hold on.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here. Did you see anything like that?
No.
See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The hiss escaping the building would be the end.
To
pretty shitty world.
With you on
other places as well, huh? Interesting.
You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door.
Okay.
Is it supposed to progress beyond this point? Does humanity eventually learn about these problems, or is this one of those things that y'all think is wise to keep to yourselves until all of you end up dead? And then we end up screwed because nobody knows where it started or how to stop it. And considering the state of this place so far, kind of sounds like we might be dealing with the second one, but we'll see, won't we?
This trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I'd need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a hell of a leap. A bullet that records memories? From shooting you to a bullet that records memories. That is an interesting leap, legitimately. Like, what would honestly give you such a thought? It has been proven that the human eye can record the very last thing it sees. But so what? The bullet goes through the brain and scrapes against the section that had the memory stored in it, and leaves a physical imprint on the gun. I mean, on the bullet, like rifling does. Like, what are we talking about here?
Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this?
You missed that?
Got it.
Made sense to me.
Thanks.
She's a nerd. I'm in trouble.
So HRA stop you from becoming his?
Well, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Knew or was potentially anticipating and just taking precautions against. Let me see something.
Can you this is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be... Got it?
Did she...
Okay. Yeah. So in case y'all are confused, basically, an object of power, basically the gun I'm using is an object of power. Because of its link to the area I was in where I was doing that whole training montage thing, it's effectively linkable to peri-utilitarians, people like me and whoever else. Objects of power could just as easily be a gun, right? But they're more unstable, they're more volatile. But because of that, they don't have a connection, at least in the most basic sense, they don't have a connection to the astral plane, and therefore it can't be connected to a peri-utilitarian.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
So what, is that how directors are replaced or something? We just blow our brains out? The hell kind of logic is that? It's not a job I want. House memory. Interesting. Little after 4. Or a little after 4:05. So yeah, 406. I was thinking maybe 407, but no. 406. Initially, I was thinking those clocks might be for different time zones. So we of course got fast travel, and then we've got outfits. Don't know what outfits we'll be unlocking as we go, but we'll see. And of course fast travel. That is the map of the oldest house, at least the area we're in. The areas we have access to an extent anyway. So yeah, there's more to the place, but yeah. Well, folks, it's going to be the end of episode 1 of Control on the PS5. If you folks like what you see and want to see more of me, give me a like, a follow, subscribe here on YouTube or both. Drop a comment, check out some of the other playlists, share around some of the other playlists, bang the bell. Follow the links from my Twitch to get to my YouTube. Follow the links from my YouTube to get to my Twitch. And wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And God bless you. Catch you in the next one.